Hello and welcome to another audio commentary today, and I have Nebula with me because everyone's asking for Nebula.
Heck yeah, I'm the best.
Hell yeah.
I'm not the best. We tried to do one 2 weeks ago or so, a week or so ago, at like 4 in the morning, and it was the worst commentary of all time.
But it supposedly was a really good game, but I think because we're so tired that we didn't really want to feel like doing it.
Yeah, we mostly just bailed on that commentary. It'd be a waste of people's time.
Yeah.
But this one's gonna be awesome, so we're okay.
Because we have coffee, and or you
Lots
have
of
coffee. I'm Asian, so I have my tea with me. And then hell yeah, dude.
All right, we got some exciting replays. There's a bunch of good stuff from SMM that we're gonna try and do. We're gonna kick things off here with AEON versus KS. King Surf, pretty famous Asian clan. They got Ks-YamateH, who's probably one of the most well-known of all the Asian players, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's like the fanboy of the Asian scene.
He's like
I am a fanboy of Ks-YamateH too. So
he's like the Asian Vegos. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he actually performs well all the time. He's just the best.
Vegos is Imba.
Nah, he's
he
better.
Doesn't play anymore.
I think he's much better than Vegos. I don't even think that's
so
like a fair comparison.
So
Okay.
looking at the couple of bands we got, seems like really Asian bands, right?
Yeah, banning the preemptively going into this. Let's just mention the current Asian play style, which I think is probably the most correct way to play this right now. They believe this is much more of a farmer version.
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
Continue, but
He disagrees, but I agree. So what they tend to do is they tend to pick a couple of late games, and usually more than one, like 3, with some pushing power is another strong aspect. So they ban stuff like Razor, as he's already been banned. Visage has already been banned because he's just a farming pushing house. Phantom Lancer has been banned, another good pushing hero.
oh yeah, these heroes when they're picked, Visage, Razor, Panda, they're almost like the auto win heroes of this patch in the Asian eyes. And there's also other heroes like Medusa that's also been picked a lot too. So interesting which team's gonna pick up Medusa first, because she does so much damage, and with her mana shield she tanks so much as well.
One thing I would like to point out as we get the Crystal Maiden here from the first pick by AEON, I think most Asians believe, and I agree with this as well, that there's so many good farmers that you can take that most of them use their first picks to get their support heroes like Vengeful and Crystal Maiden. So they use the early pick to get, because they really only use, there's only like 4 or 5 of the best support heroes used. Yeah, and so they tend to take Crystal Maiden and Vengeful. Vengeful gets taken very highly.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Vengeful is not banned nor first pick. So I think Ks-YamateH is looking to Vengeful Spirit.
I would assume, judging by all the other replays that I've seen, they're probably going to take Vengeful as one of these two. I'm surprised that they haven't at least picked one. I mean, usually. So
Okay,
there's
there
a
we
line.
go. There's line.
Another one of the heavy support heroes.
And
And
then
Tiny.
Okay.
Interesting. Haven't seen many Tinies in these games.
And I think we should see more because of I think the toss cooldown is reduced like a patch ago, or just this patch. And then I don't know why we haven't been seeing them that much.
Indeed. Yeah, Lion is another one of the heavy support heroes to pick, and Rasta is another common one for his supporting and pushing power with the wards. I wonder what they're going
to be honest, I think people want Lion so they could finger people. For the burst damage. No, for the burst damage, I mean.
I like fingering people, I get it. That's good times.
Good times. But no, the burst damage is really good at just picking off heroes, intimidating them in teamfights and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So
it's a good skill, what do you want? Crystal Maiden here leads me to believe that they're probably, I would think they're going to take some good nuking carries like Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit works really well with Spec. With Crystal Maiden, as they take Spec. Jumbled over myself there.
Spec is one of those, another passively defensive hero with the what's that spell called?
Necrolyte. There's more what I was talking about. Necrolyte is pretty nuts with Crystal Maiden. He already gets insane amounts of mana, and Crystal Maiden just allows him to not even have to work that hard early to get creep kills.
So I have no idea what the AEON team's picking right now, because looking from the 3 initial picks, their last 2 picks could really, just go anywhere with this. They could totally go global and pick Furion and Zeus, or they could do some weird ass thing to do a Asian strat with 3 carries and 2 support. So I have no idea what they're doing right now.
I would be pretty impressed if they picked Fury and Zeus here, just because I have not seen that kind of strat. Though, or I mean, I've seen that strat. Obviously, I haven't seen that in many of these SMM games. Though I will say that's some pretty good push power. The Fury and Necrolyte.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Fury
So
pushes pretty well.
I don't know what YamateH is doing. They're jerking each other off in the KS team right there.
Yeah. YamateH is doing his typical. He's debating what hero combination is going to make him look the best with whatever he is playing.
I think he's flipping a coin right now whether he wants to own with which out of the 82 heroes. Because I seen him go Goblin Techie. Have you seen that game? He went Goblin Techie and he has more farm than the entire opposite team with Goblin Techie and more kill counts.
There's the Venge. I wonder if YamateH didn't take Venge because he expected the other team not to take Venge right after they took CM, to start out with just 2 supports like that. It kind of pigeonholes them a little bit, not having the ability to take Rasta as their other support if they need it. And then Shadow Fiend, which will be a lot of fun. I hope YamateH plays that.
Yeah, YamateH Shadow Fiend is I don't know. I would argue he's the best. I'm
I would
sure
like to see it.
Hani fanboys would disagree, and whoever other player that plays.
Hani's Shadow Fiend is quite good,
Yeah,
for sure.
Though
He played it recently and it wasn't too good, that game, but he's been out a while. So.
Oh yeah, Hani's coming back, but I think he's still rusty. Haven't seen many.
His puck wasn't rusty. Freaking 23-0 and 22 is ridiculous.
So Hani has revolutionized Nebula's new puck build. And
apparently Force Staff Cyclone.
I told you Force Staff is the best item ever. No one believes.
Well, obviously it's good with his ulti, but I never thought to get it. As we get an ES pick here from AEON. ES, I love seeing ES picked in these games because it means there's going to be a little more ganking.
And then you're right, Storm Spirit.
I called the Storm Spirit with the Crystal Maiden there. So, stock here, they've got three farming heroes and 2 support heroes. King Surf has a similar situation, though they have Tiny as their third. That's really more, I guess, 3 gangers, huh?
No, they're going for a gank strat definitely for YamateH because these
like
guys can't outfarm the Sentinel lineup in any way. So, but YamateH is playing the Viper, so that means some shit is happening.
That should be fun.
He's probably gonna go 48 and 2, and I do mean 2 assists because he won't die. And
they'll still lose.
Yeah.
Personally, I think YamateH got outpicked here, though. He's much poorer than me, so maybe he's got something better going on in his head that I don't understand just yet.
Oh yeah, a lot of times we bag on captains for taking forever to pick, but I'm sure there's a lot of mind game and counter picks and whatever they're thinking. So.
And there's always that one kid who's like, pick me this, I want Potom, give me Potom, I want Potom.
And no matter what you pick, people will say, oh man, this team got outpicked. So.
I would say, right off the bat, I prefer AEON's team. If I had to play one of these lineups, I'd prefer AEON's team.
Really? I prefer Scourge, because I don't know, they seem more gank. I still think ganking strat is more superior, and that's why I kind of whisper it is. When you said that the Asian scene is playing the correct strats, I personally don't think so, but
I don't know, man. It's just really hard to stop heroes like Necrolyte, Shadow Fiend, Storm Spirit. Those are all just really hard heroes to keep from farming.
Oh yeah, they farm, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I mean, no matter how much you gank Shadow Fiend, eventually he's gonna get his stuff. And then heroes like Razor as well. I think Razor is so much fun to play.
Shadow Fiend's
got an
ganked?
early 3-man gang bottom on Necrolyte as well.
And Storm is not coming to the party yet, so I don't know what he's going about.
Tofu goes down to Tiny right off the bat.
Someone dies on the bottom, so I'm sure some noob is gonna rage at me now. It's like, why didn't you watch this? Oh.
So they split.
I'm sorry.
They split 3-man gangs there. One on the Necrolyte, one on the Shadow Fiend, almost immediately trying to just gimp them right off the bat.
But Tiny dies to tower, so.
Yeah. He got
Any-
Necrolyte though. Whatever.